The welcome email is known to have the highest click, open, and place order rate out of any email that your customer receives. That's only if you do it right. What I see a lot of brands do is set up a bad pop-up, then cram everything they can into a couple welcome emails. An about me, a brand story, anything you can think of. And they end up hiding the real purpose of the email, which is to give the customer their discount. Then what these brands do is disappear. You won't hear from them again until a product drop or a sale. The welcome series should be consisting of about 7 emails, all of which build trust and most importantly, get customers to buy right away. So let's get into it. All right, so the first email that we're going to be going over is the discount email. This email is supposed to be sent directly to your customer's inbox right after they subscribe. And the number one thing people need to keep in mind is that the discount code should be shown very clearly. So you'll see for these examples, we have a bold header for all of these, a short line of copy, and a big CTA button. And usually this is where most of the customers are going to be clicking. This is optional, but it's a good move to add some of your bestsellers in your email to at least give some people some options. For both of these emails, I do have bestsellers displayed. But for this one in the middle, I found for this brand, it worked best just to have that hero section of the email. But that is the format that you will need for this first email. Again, strong hero section with a headline, caption, and a button. And you need to clearly be displaying the discount code. And you could show bestsellers if you would like. I suggest A/B testing it. And also it doesn't hurt at all to, again, repeat the discount code at the bottom of the email for people that scroll. And you'll see this for all my emails. I do have category sections at the bottom because you actually would not believe how many clicks those get. So that's it. That's email 1. That'll be driving a large majority of the revenue that you get from this flow. You could see as much as a 20% placed order rate if you just do this right. The second email that you're going to want in your series is the brand story email. This is an email from the founder, and it'll simply include a story of how the brand started and why the brand started. This is a lot more important than people think, and it is a huge trust builder. This one is really self-explanatory, but all that I would suggest that you guys do is keep it very skimmable. And please remember to include the discount again, because there may be people that don't actually use it on the first email. So this is a great way to also remind them while building trust through the story. So obviously you have your CTA button, and that's all there is to this one. This is one that you go really creative and personal on because customers really love that when they feel a connection to the brand. The third email that you're going to want to have set up is a why choose us email. In this one, you're going to want to display unique aspects of the brand in which you will motivate people to choose your brand and trust it more. Here are a few examples I have here. For this first email here, the brand removes plastic from the ocean per order. And that's obviously a unique aspect. So that's something that I would put in an email. The second one's actually pretty unique here. It leads to a YouTube video from the brand explaining why people should choose them. And this third one here is also pretty interesting. We have brand values. Every brand has at least some base values associated with it. So this is a great email to put this stuff in. Again, you'll see for all the emails, you're reminding of the discount. So that's it for this one. It's another good one that will definitely build trust. All right, so on to the fourth email, a from the founder discount reminder. Now this one doesn't have to be from the founder, but I really like to do it, and I pretty much do it for all my clients. You'll see across all of these, I have an intro line, a line reassuring customers why they should buy, and then a line of urgency at the bottom. This format has personally worked really well for me and gives both urgency and trust to push that customer to purchase. That one's so simple, you'll honestly take 5 minutes to put it together. All right, so email 5, this is a really fun one. It's us versus them. You could take a lot of different routes with this one. The most common one is to compare your product with an inferior brand's product. So this middle email is for a nicotine-free vape company. One of the best designs you could do is a comparison table. For this one, I have a table that's nicotine versus Nixodine. And in each column, I have facts/side effects of each compound. So if you don't have a brand that you get exactly compared to or put in a table, the best thing you could do is at least explain why your brand is better than some other brands. This one on the left is a great example. It's basically explaining how their brand refuses to cut corners like a lot of corporate brands do. So that's a strong line put in an email like this. And this email on the right, it's a little bit more value-based in terms of the brand's values. So obviously you could be very creative with this kind of email, as long as you're at least comparing how your product is superior to others. Email 6, this is another great one. It's a reviews/testimonials email. So right here in all these emails, I have 3 reviews from each brand, and they are reviews on the brand's most popular products. You could do as many reviews as you want to. I think 3 is a sweet spot, but you could also have emails with just 1 long testimonial if you'd rather do that. That also works really great. As long as you keep the email clean and on brand and have it look like it flows nice, this is a really good one. Obviously, customers also like to see reviews. They like to see that products are working and are good quality. Again, you know the deal, including the discount at the bottom of the email for people that haven't used it yet. Okay, so by this point, most people have made a purchase at some point throughout the flow, but it will never fail to surprise me how much this last email actually converts. It's email 7, and it is a final discount reminder. This is the last push for getting somebody to buy. I always like to say 24 hours left to use this discount or you can't anymore. One of the best things to do is make it a plain text email. These are almost the text messages of the email inbox. They're super personal from from the founder, and they almost always push someone to make a purchase. For this brand on the right here, I did happen to do a branded text-based, but honestly, it's working the same. So that's it. Here are the 7 emails that I have in all my clients' email flows. You can be as creative as you want to be. The one thing that I suggest is that you don't cram too much information into one email at a time. You can shorten this as well. If you only want it to be 4 emails, you could have it be 4 emails. If you want it to be 5 emails, you could have it be 5 emails. You could even mix up the order if you like. But this is the order that I've used to produce hundreds of thousands of dollars for my clients from this flow alone. If you want this email flow built entirely for you, along with 7 other email flows that I use for all my clients, just click the link in the bio and we can talk. I also send weekly campaigns for all of my clients 3 to 4 times a week, and together with the flows and campaigns, it makes up 35 to 50% of their entire revenue. So if you want that too, just click the link below and we'll talk. If you want an e-commerce brand or you're an email marketer, give my channel a look because I'll be posting a lot more videos soon explaining how I'm able to drive this revenue for my clients. Peace.